Hello and welcome to the Rangers Rabble podcast. My name is Jamie and tonight I'm joined by William, Kerr and Roscoe. All right, folks? Just quickly before I say anything else. So Rangers won Hibernian 3 at the National Stadium, a National Cup semi-final. The opportunity to get to a final against our greatest rivals spurned tonight. Not going to lie, folks. I phoned Martin and said to him, mate, don't want to do it. Can we just bin it? And of course, Martin's right. He said, no, we need to face up to this. We need to chat about it and we need to talk about it. What I will say, we're going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to do it with respect and dignity. We're not going to turn into a joke. We've seen a lot of stuff happen last season with certain clubs and their podcast bombed. So we're going to do it right, troops. So we're going to face it up to it, man. We've all got a lot to say about it. So we'll do it. And it's just, that's what it is. Listen, we've lost a semi-final there. These group of players probably don't have the minerals to get through that. But the season's not finished yet. So we need to remember that. It did feel like a kick in the stomach there. So, Roscoe, I'm going to come to you, mate. And we'll pick your bones. Don't go heavy here, Ross, in certain players, because I think we'll maybe pull that out and we'll chat about individual players, but just the overall performance, mate. What are you thinking?
The same as everybody else, mate. Absolutely dreadful. For the starting lineup, to the lacklustre attitude, to the, I don't care what anybody says, they're bottle merchants, eh? They're absolute bottle merchants. When it comes to high pressure games, they're bottle merchants. A B team coach who I wouldn't trust with the under 8s based on what I've seen today, in charge of the first team. They spoke quite a lot about it at half time, and Kevin Thompson said if he was Van Bronckhorst, he'd have been in the dressing room waiting for them, and I've got to agree with him. They needed help. Terrible, absolute terrible. The same people playing week in, week out that have offered us absolutely nothing. They're still dining out on 55, to be quite honest with you, and 55's well gone.
Yeah, well, I'm one for, I don't care about these numbers now. I'm sick here and I see it all over the internet, every 55, 50, see that pish, it's done for me. Okay, this was the League Cup semi-final with a chance to get Celtic in the final. Hibs haven't won in 4 and haven't played in a month.
Yep.
We were confident getting into this game, weren't we?
I wasn't too confident. I said that before in the stadium. I said I think I should go extra time myself because we always concede. I was wary, but I didn't expect what happened to happen. I thought from start to finish we were a shambles. There's nothing more to say. I thought we were a total shambles.
William, you've been quiet, big man, understandably. The first corner, I turned into my dad and my brother and I say, this is it. And of course it was. What was your thoughts?
Pish, mate. What did you say? Pish. I disagree with Kerr. I thought we actually started the game brilliant. It's the first time I've probably seen Rangers taking kick-off and going right at Hibs.
I seen that, yeah.
Right. Hibs went down after the first goal. I don't. I'm getting text messages saying blame Gerrard for this, blame Gerrard. Can I blame Gerrard for that? The players had a chance to showcase what they can do to the new manager, and they fucked it. That's it. Hibs were a better team. We can't. I think I said a couple of weeks ago in one of the podcasts that we've not got the divine right to go out and beat any team. We need to work hard to beat the teams, right? But I tell you something. I think I said in the chat earlier on. The back four were petrified.
Yeah,
fucking Boyle and Nesbitt, and you can say what you want about them, right? Their two strikers are better than any of your strikers.
I agree.
Right? And the boy in the bottom left, my screen there was talking about McGregor. One of you said earlier on that McGregor's probably played a season too long. I agree with that. His brother is the answer. His brother's got the best shot-stop ratio in Scotland by a country mile, right? Xander Clark doesn't let that second goal go in. McGregor jumps up like a T-Rex. Get the arms. What's happening?
It's funny because we've had a pop at another goalkeeper on this podcast for having arms like a T-Rex. and McGregor's done that. The second goal, I don't think there's any. Roscoe, the first goal, what was your thoughts on it before we get to the second one? The ball gets whipped, swung right in. At first, I thought McGregor came for it. See, when you see it in the replay, I don't think he could come for it because it swings right round. Balogun, for me, plays for a foul.
I'm going to ask you the question, JD. Would their goalie have came for it?
Well, he came for Everton all day, didn't he? And caught Everton.
Would their goalie came for it? So see, when we're getting corners and we're getting a chance to put pressure on, teams have got goalies that will come for a cross. We've got a goalie that doesn't come for a cross, can't kick the ball, but he makes world-class saves. See, this season he's not making any saves, never mind world-class ones.
Yeah.
That's the issue we've got. We're goalies. Another 3 shots on target today, another 3 goals.
Kerr, Roscoe's took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say there, 3 shots on target Hibs have, 3 shots in goal, I think. Ross County, 2 shots in target, 2 shots, 2 goals. Yeah. It's becoming a bit of a problem.
It's always going to come back and bite us in the arse. It's done it today. I know. I don't know. I can't remember the last time we've played a game, apart from maybe Bromley at home, we've not conceded a goal first, and it was always going to be a problem. But Owen's right. Every time Martin Boyle get a ball, your defenders look scared. They didn't know to go left and not to go right. They kept backing off. You can't give Boyle time in the ball because he's electric, he's direct, and we didn't know how to deal with him. And that was the reason. You can see he was getting. As soon as he beat one of your defenders, he was full of confidence because he knew they were there for the beating. It didn't matter what one of them it was. He knew he could beat any of them. So it's something that's going to be addressed very, very quickly. I don't know how it's going to be done because, to be honest with you, we've not looked confident all season at the back. This is a totally different defence, and it's been the last few seasons. Even when we won in the league, we still look quite good at the back. But this season, the goalkeeper at the back 4, we've been horrible.
JD, going back to your question on the first goal, there's 4 people can do better. You've got McGregor doesn't come for a cross. You've got Balogun who gets out muscled like a wee guy. You've got Tav who's on his heels and the ball flicks off him to bounce into the position for Nisbet to score. Boyle to score. And then you've got, again, the coaches are to blame because we've not got a guy on the back post. If you've got a guy on the back post, he steps out with the momentum and kicks the ball away. So that's 4 glaring errors in our team. I know you're saying maybe goalie can't come for a cross. The ball lands in the 6-yard box, mate. So see, for me, any goalie worth his salt, he's going to come and take that at this level. He's playing in big cup finals. And see if he comes and takes it. See, the next time they don't put the same cross back in because they go off at McGregor's going to come and take them all day, which is what their goalie done. 4 glaring errors when you look to the same team in the same back 4 last year that were making no errors. What's changed?
Ross, the greatest goal scorer ever said on Sky Sports in a Scotland game a couple of weeks ago, if you go to the back post, you're always going to score, right? That's the greatest goal scorer we've ever seen, right? Honestly, man, the back 4 was, I hate swearing, man, but the back 4 was fucking atrocious, man. Honestly, McGregor, no commanding enough. I want a maniac in goals, right? Tavernier, I said in that group chat earlier on, don't aim to take this the wrong way. He's a good football player. He's never in a month for Sunday. He's a Rangers captain. There was fucking nothing for him at all. No oomph, no fire in his belly today. I'm reading the articles in the paper saying the transition for Van Bronckhorst is going to be seamless and stuff like that. Get to fuck. Honestly, get to fuck. Take your pal Goldson with you as well. He was a fucking shambles today. Then you see his interview at the end of it. Honestly, man, it's about time. See all these, Goldson's this, Goldson's that. I says after the Aberdeen game that he should never be seen in a Rangers gears again. And I get slated in that group chat for it. And I've been proven right the night again. He's a shambles. An absolute shambles. And our captain is a donkey. I don't care what the abuse comes on. That was shambolic today. I don't care says off camera before we come on, right? That second goal was a combination of a Tavernier acting like a 5-year-old, right? And McGregor jumping many arms. It was embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. There was, after the 15th minute, there was nothing in that game at all, right? And for Golson to have says at the end of the game, the heart's not on it. Imagine being a professional football player. The 4 of us would have done anything to play for, right? And get in at half time and having the mindset, we're not going to win this anyway. Fuck off, man.
I wasn't. Williams, mate, listen, everybody in the comments are agreeing with you. and it is a tough one, man. And I was going to wait to be through the goals, but you know what? We may as well touch on it. It's been somebody who we've perhaps tried to support all season. He was outstanding last season, but that's done. Don't care about it anymore. For a Rangers vice captain who, for me, I think has a bigger influence in the dressing room than the captain does, to come out in the interview at the end of the game. And if nobody's seen the interview, he basically says at half time the game was done. And we've probably lost a bit of hunger this season. Now, for a Rangers vice captain or somebody who we've also heard rumours that he's not happy because he wants the armband, to come out and say that, Kerr, that's not what we need.
Not this time, no. It's not what we need. And I don't know if Golson is ready just to go, because to be honest with you, you would take him out of the team, but it's putting somebody in his place. We're not getting anybody there at the moment unless we put Bassey across. And I don't know if we would do that, but I don't know. He's just somebody. He's not been playing well all season, Golson, and I don't know if obviously he's wanted to move in the summer, didn't materialise. But if I didn't see the interview, Jamie, so obviously what you're saying, if he said that, then it's not going to do well. It's not going to do well with the fans, but it's not going to do well with his teammates, surely. They say, listen, we knew at half time the game was done. If that's the case, us fans are paying all that money to stand inside Hampden today. At half time, you're thinking 3-1.
He says, I don't want to say this, but I think we've lost a bit of hunger after the game. He also said after the game was over at half time.
I'll tell you what, that's even more embarrassing than your actual captain writing in a match programme last year. We're bottle merchants. Why is
the captain not to the media?
I know.
Like I say to the guy sitting next to me, I says Van Bronckhorst has got a very, very tough job. That was before the even game started. He's got a very tough job coming here now. I says, because a lot of these players have either regressed or their minds are elsewhere. And I said, he's just not going to come in. It's going to be plain sailing. I said he's got a tough job ahead of him. He's going to need at least 1 or 2 transfer windows to bring his own guys in, and he needs the right backroom staff, because I don't trust these guys. I don't think Gio's going to be able to trust them either.
Roscoe. Goldson, is that him done for you?
I would put his stuff in a black bag tonight, mate. And just go, look, mate, see if you're just coasting until Christmas, where you can sign a pre-contract, mate. Just go fuck off the new. See the new. So I don't care what anybody says, JD. See, people say to me, see the boy Simpson. If you put the boy Simpson in, at least they would give you effort. Goldson's not even giving you that, and that's the fucking bare minimum we deserve as fans who throw money into that club and pay the cunts' wages. The bare minimum you want is effort off people. You've got Big Katic, who last season was a bit of a scapegoat, who is away on loan to another club, and we're playing a guy. He's still playing every single minute. He doesn't even get subbed when he's having a stinker. He just plays. He's a stalwart. We've switched goalies. We've switched left backs. And the two that caused the most goals are the two undroppables. And I don't care what anybody says. If Van Bronckhorst anything worth his salt, Nathan Patterson will play on Thursday night at right back, and Tav will be sitting in his arse getting splinters.
Well, that's what somebody I was want to touch on, William. And I've tried to support Tav because his numbers are good. But when it comes to general play, you can tell that he's struggling. He done the odd wee decent bit of defending at one or 2 points a day. But if you're Patterson and you've got talk of all these English Premiership teams going to fucking quadruple, times your wages by 10, bidding 10, 50 million for you, you're going to go in January. Everton 5, 6, 7 million. Surely to fuck that, now's the time. And listen, Tav done well for us last year and he's a captain, whatever. But no, that I think that today's performance has proven it's a time to shake up that whole start 11.
Mate, if you're Nathan Patterson sitting on a bench, you're laughing at that today. A young boy. I mean, has MD spoke about spending 10 or 12 million on our captain? But yeah, we've got a young boy on the bench, played a handful of games, and we all know he's better, right? He's hunger, his desires there, right? The fire in his belly's there as well. It's honestly, I've got a terrible hangover, right? But that just added to it, man. Honestly, man, that just added to it, right? And all the wee Tav fanboys, right? I hope he's actually realised that he's not a captain. Honestly. See Patterson, see if we sell Patterson in January, right? Fair play to the guy. Fair play to him. See you later. Why would you sit as the best fullback at the club, right? And sit at the bench for a guy who's a fucking idiot? Honestly, Would we be talking about Tav's assists and penalties if he was an attacking midfielder? No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't be. It's because you're right back.
I think we've got to start offsetting. People say to you, "Oh, but you get a goal and an assist." Well, what's he offered you today? You've started the game 2-0 down through to his mistakes, and he's offered you fuck all going forward. So, in the big occasion, in the big games, it's more often than not Tav who costs you points and costs you big moments in big games because he can't defend. If a team presses and he can't get forward, he offers you nothing because he can't defend. Simple as.
Kerr, we've spoken about this umpteen times, and we said it a couple of weeks ago. I think one of these times when we concede early, it's going to cost us. And I said, well, come the Old Firm game, the way they start, that could cost us. It's happened today. I said to my dad all during the game, like, I just feel that Hibs have got our cards marked, and I feel when we play Hibs, we shite ourselves for them because they just come at us and run at us, and we panic. No other team really does that to us. But today was a day where we concede early and we don't come back.
No, we never. We didn't even look like coming back, to be honest with you, Jamie. It's we're going through emotions more than anything else. We're not really putting. I mean, I know they're getting on about slagging Tav and Golson. I'm not going to disagree with that, but I don't think, apart from Aribo going through, try to keep hold of the ball and try to make things happen, I don't think anybody in the 11 that started played well at all. And he should have made the subs a lot earlier. I don't know if that would have changed anything, but I don't
disagree with that, Kerr. See, when they took Arfield off, that was a woeful decision. Yeah. Honestly, I can't believe he get taken off. I can't believe he get taken off. Right?
I think Arfield is running. I think he was running empty.
The ball, and she's recycling of the ball. It was 10 out of 10. It was phenomenal. It was the only person that was taking shots outside the box, inside the box, running ahead of the strikers. Honestly, Morelos, sorry, his all-round play today was absolutely superb. He's probably the only person in the park that get pass marks.
I think it's borderline pass marks, William. It's not a 10 out of 10 performance, but you're right. For me, I agree. Arfield did Aribo for me.
In the circumstances when you get 10 men behind you, mate, and you're trying your socks off, right? That's a 10 out of 10. When everybody else is rotten.
Roscoe, just touch on this the team. So we spoke about this, right? Barisic just had a nightmare of a season. He comes out the cold and plays one game, gets put back out, comes out the cold again and plays. Now, whether you like Bassey or not, when Bassey came on, try to jump for a header's embarrassing, but as a left back, he offers us more. Morelos gets strapped for being shite. Sakala comes in, scores a hat-trick, goes on international duty, scores a hat-trick and another maybe in 2 games.
He scored 7 goals in his last 3 games,
Comes back in and then gets dropped. So, are we thinking that the dropping of Morelos was a token gesture? Let's see what it gets at him. You can see the day, and I love him, and we've sung his praises. Shocking performance.
Do you know what happened today, mate? You put a B team manager in, and what he did was went to default setting, put all the experienced guys in, regardless of form. That's what we done. Morelos in, Barisic back in, Davis and Kamara sitting. Hadji dropped. Your man for Zambia dropped. So honestly, man, I made a joke. It looked like Shelley Kerr standing on the dugout. I would rather Shelley Kerr had took us today. I'm not joking. That guy was horrendous. And I said it before, I wouldn't let him take charge of the Rangers under 8s based on what I've seen today. Because we're chasing 2 goals. You've got Bakuna on the bench, a guy who scored and had 2 assists in his last game, and we're bringing on Ryan Jack. He's trying to bring on Lundstrom. He's bringing on Bassey. What? He's brought on Ryan Jack. What? Why? We finished the game. If he'd have got his way before Barisic, we'd have finished the game chasing 2 goals with Arfield, Aribo and Kent off, and we would have had Davis, Kamara, Lundstrom and Ryan Jack, 4 sitting midfielders. What the fuck's that all about?
Can I just point something out as well, right? I just seen it. I think I just seen about the 84% possession in the second half, right? I never shot on goal. Never shot on target.
No.
That was the next thing I was going to say, and we've said that again, Kerr. There's been so many games this season where we've no tested a goalkeeper. We don't create anything unless it's a dead ball. It's the only time we create shit.
I think we're just going through emotions this season. I think something needs to change. I think when Brian Gosler's to come in, he has to put his own mark in the team straight away. But I say it's going to be very difficult for him midway through a season because some of these guys are set in their ways now. He's going to have to bring in other players, bring in I don't know, he's going to have to step his mark down, but it'll be hard for him because some of these guys have been playing a certain way for a while. And if Joe wants to change it, someone might not agree with the change, and he's going to have to bring in players, maybe for the B team, maybe guys who have been left out in the cold, like Bakuna and stuff like that, just to change it up because this, like Ross said earlier, McCallum meant to the experienced ones, the guys who knows, the guys who's been there and done it, and it didn't work. So Gio's going to come in and has to make a mark because if he continue playing like this season, I can't see he's going in anywhere because it's time. We're not getting it. We're a team that's lacking a lot of confidence in the void ideals. We don't seem to be doing much in the football park.
Can I just say, I know there's a lot of people watching right now, and everybody's commenting. I'm not bringing many comments up because you know what, I probably agree with a lot of them, but you know what, we'll just have a quick chat and we'll end it, and not just now, but I'm just ignoring the comments because there is a good few comments and they're all relevant. But Roscoe, where does that leave? Is there any positives we can take out of this? The positives being it's shown up a few people that we can maybe now their true colours have been shown under the pressure.
The only positive for me is Van Bronckhorst was there to see that in the flesh, and the only positive that can come out of that is if he's got the balls to come in on Thursday and play a big European game and drop all the underachievers and give hungry boys a chance that want to go and prove themselves. I don't see many positives. I was having a think there as well, right? We're talking about, I'm going back to Tav and Patterson, right? Because it's my biggest bugbear. Patterson's he's scored goals in Europe for us, assisted goals in Europe for us. He's went away in the Scotland national team and scored goals. So see if we gave Patterson the same amount of time we afforded Tav when he was terrible for 2 or 3 seasons, I believe firmly that Patterson would come up with the same amount of numbers, by the way, and they can defend. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest there. It was playing on my mind.
No, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. William, what happens going forward, mate? What happens? Tell me tomorrow morning what happens.
We forget about Sunday. That's it. Van Bronckhorst is at Murray Park or the training centre, whatever you want to call it these days. And as of tomorrow morning at 9 a.m, they all turn up. It's his team. That's it. It's I don't know many times I've said we're all mental. I'm turning into one of these fucking mental cases now, where I'm going mental. But do you know what? We don't have a divine right to beat every single team. We need to go to work and show a bit of effort. There was none of that today. We didn't. This is the last of the chat. Everybody's got to take it on their chins, and that's it. You win some, you lose some. That's it. Onwards and upwards. We're Rangers. We'll wake up tomorrow and we'll be Rangers fans.
And we were well beaten, Kerr, aren't we?
We get scalped.
We're not even arguing about penalty kicks here and there. Nothing about that. We were well beaten, weren't we?
Aye, Hibs never deserved to even draw the game. Hibs won the game after 20 minutes. The game was finished. We didn't have any fight in the team. There was no fight. See, if you get beat and you think that you come away after the game and think the boys put in an effort, they tried, they dug deep, but they never. So I walked away thinking, what the fuck's just happened? And if we can see it, obviously, hopefully Gio sees it, and hopefully it's a wake-up call to some of the players, but I think some of them are well past that.
See, just I think it was something again there, right? I'm watching highlights on my phone there, right? I wonder if Goldson had the same mindset at half time as when he skied that one out of the bar to make it 3-2. I wonder if he's thinking, I'm just going to hit this out of the bar because we're shite anyway, we're getting beat. We'll not win. Fucking hell.
Roscoe, I know we've spoke about the defence.
Every time you shout my name today, I'm getting filled with more and more dread, man.
I need your opinions, but do we look to now bring Katic back? Is this what we're going to do? Is Goldson gone? We're like to bring Katic back in. Surely Van Bronckhorst isn't going to be able to turn it around quick enough for what we want.
Well,
how long is it going to take for Van Bronckhorst to turn this around? It's the same players.
I really
That worry you?
I really don't know. Do you go free at the back and play with your 2 wing backs as 5 in a midfield, and maybe do what Scotland do with Tierney, play Patterson in there as a a third centre half. I don't know, mate. I don't know how you change it. But what I do know is we're soft as shite in any team that goes through the middle. Mate, say in January, I know people talk. I see people in the comments again talking about, Xander Clark not good enough for Rangers. See, if Alan McGregor and John McLaughlin were at St Johnstone now, Xander Clark would still be the number one goalie. We need a goalie in January because none of the two goalies we've got are saving shots.
See, if you don't think Xander Clark's good enough for Rangers, you're mental.
We need
Stop talking through blue tinted glasses and go and watch his stats at St Johnstone. They're off the scale.
We need a goalie. We need two centre halves. Big Hilander's brilliant, but he's chocolate. We can hang you that. Barisic needs another free kick against St Mirren. Can we rewind back to that and then get him a bit of confidence? Horrendous. Bassey shouldn't have lost his place today. Tav shouldn't be playing. We need somebody to replace Goldson. Balogun's had a shocker of the day, but maybe a bit unfair on him because he's been pretty decent this season so far. So at the back five, there's only one player out of that back five today who's actually shown any sort of form this season.
Yeah, see near the end when I'm sure was it Davis, Kamara, and Jack were all playing. Is that how we finished with the midfield?
Yeah. Well, I left at 80, so I don't know the last 10 minutes. I left at 80.
Oh, he was trying to bring Lundstrom on, I know. So
that was another. Lundstrom get stripped. I don't know if you've seen it, Kier. Lundstrom get stripped at one point, and then when Balogun get injured, Lundstrom gets sent away. So Lundstrom was coming on as well at one point, but to finish with Davis, Kamara, and fucking, I don't know. We lost our way massively, and Goldson's saying at half time, we were done at half time. Now, you know what? We're sitting here. We fucking were done at half time. But surely, in that moment, I didn't think we were done. I thought we got here and get a goal. We're right back in it. But we didn't even look like getting a goal, did we?
No, their Hibs goalkeeper never really had much today, did he? I mean, the guy could have sat next to me. He didn't really. It was really. I don't think he had a safety, mate, did he? The boy in Hibs, isn't it? Pass back for Morelos in the first half, but no, we weren't good at all. It's just very frustrating because going up the other day thinking we'll get to a final, and what William said, we don't deserve to be in a final unless you actually put effort in, but we were going to have a bit of confidence, you know what I mean? And the players just never showed up for us, and I sometimes want them to show up because as fans, we've been through a lot in the last years, and I know it's not a sob story, but we have been. And we just want the team to fight as hard as we do. And if we win, we won. If we don't, we don't. But it's when they don't fight and they put in lack of effort and come out with comments like Golson, it just gives you a good kick in the nuts. You just don't want that for your players. You don't. You want boys in there who will fight for the jersey. If we get beat, you accept it. But don't say we're beat at half time. That's just fucking nonsense.
Mate, I'm sorry. I see Wolf in the comments saying let
me bring it up because I was going to comment on that. Wolf.
Neither keeper had a save to make. McGregor does have a save to make, and he fucking let it go right through him to make it 2-0 after 20 minutes.
Yeah. It's a game. It's not a game change. We're 1-0 down.
You're saying to me as well, no keeper had a save to make. See if their goalie's in goals for us. See the corner that comes in. He comes and takes it. And that's how he's not got saves to make. That's how he's not got saves to make because he commands his area and comes and collects. Whereas the ball's pinging about our box constant. And that's how we're conceding goal. Every single time we concede a corner, they look like scoring.
William, can I ask you something, right? And I've never chatted to you about this, and it's something that I've pure vehemently defended. Right, so Gary's saying there, how do you go from an impregnable defence to the one we have now? Is that because this team don't have the balls to do it in front of a crowd?
No, mate, no. See that? You can't. We don't know how to play in front of a full stadium. Stop it. Just stop it. Honestly, I go to work and I get shouted at my boss. Doesn't mean to say I'm shite at my job. Right?
But you've got balls, mate.
And so have you three, right? But it's
there's Barisic, there's Goldson, there's Tav. Why did we go on?
They're all big boys, right? It's if I'm getting 15 grand a week, I'm getting at my full effort. Probably because I'm a Rangers fan right now. But if they think they can't play in front of full stadiums in Scotland, which Golson going to be like when it goes to, if he goes down south, he goes to Anfield, goes to Villa Park, dare I say, goes to Crystal Palace, it's probably got the best atmosphere in England, right? Is he going to run away? Is he going to go greet for his mammy? Honestly, no. It's
what is it then?
I'm going to
lack of confidence, mate. That's what it is.
I'm going to judge it on the evidence.
Seen it's crept into, sorry Ross, seen it's crept into goals conceded. It's 45 minutes in, we're beat, right? That's defeatist, mate. That's defeatist. He's a terrorist in his own heat, right? That tells you everything about him. Doesn't want to be there, right? It would have been interesting. Did I not see Kevin Thompson going through him?
Yeah. So let me cover that one.
This is for a Hibs fan.
Yeah. So Roscoe, we watched. I don't know if you watched it at the end. I watched it. If there was ever a sign for a guy who, for me, in my opinion, who should be brought in now and involved in the first team was Kevin Thompson. That's a Hibs fan. Face was tripping him at the end of the game. After what Wolf's saying, why was Golson doing the post-match? Question number one. Why is Golson doing it? I think Golson and Arfield done post-matches. Where the fuck's the captain? Anyway, Kevin Thompson was absolutely spot on in his everything he said at half-time and everything he said at full-time. If there was ever an opportunity to maybe bring someone in who can maybe give the new manager a bit of insight, it perhaps could be him.
Yeah. As I say, he played under Walter Smith, and he said that. He went, see if Giovanni Van Bronckhorst was Walter Smith, and Walter Smith was sitting up there watching that first half, he'd have been waiting for the cunts in the fucking dressing room to say, look, what the fuck's this? Because Shirley Kerr was never going to get them up for it. Absolute shambles. Honestly, really, 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 really disappointing. The worrying thing for me as well, as Ross Wilson said, these people coming in have got a great knowledge and they've got great this and they've got great that. Mate, for me, that guy failed miserably. If that was a job interview for you today, you would never even give that guy CV a look over again in his full life.
Who's this?
The B team coach, mate.
I mean, he's well with Murty on the bench, on the touchline.
Okay, see the thing is, see if you've still got a manager in a job at the moment and he's played. Is that a sackable offence today?
Depends how long he's been there, obviously. But I don't know. I believe the B team coaches, you give them a bat. They have to take responsibility for the day. But at the end of the day, they're B team coaches for a reason. Gio, I don't know why he wasn't involved today. I think it's just too close to when he's been appointed. He's not officially appointed till Monday, is that correct?
Yeah.
That means officially on Monday, Tuesday.
He signed his contract and got his work permit yesterday, so he could have been in the dugout.
He could have been in.
Even though he's not worked with the players. He obviously took the decision to say, look, I'm not going to get involved because I've not worked with the team through the week.
To be honest with you, the players should have had enough in them themselves because they're experienced professionals. It's a semi-final to get to a final. If you need somebody to gain a wee bolt for that, then they don't deserve to be playing a team like us, because you're into a game at Ham in the semi-final, you should say to yourself, right, give 90 minutes here and we'll get to a final in the cup. But obviously some of them aren't going to do that, and if Golson said what you've obviously said, then he needs to be seriously looked at. But it's replacing them in the team. I know we've mentioned Simpson and Bassey, but if that's the way we have to go, that's the way we have to go. You don't want players to have a say like that. They go through the team, getting the fans back, then he's playing again next week. It's not good for morale. No, it's not good for morale in the dressing room, because some of the players won't be happy with the comments.
I don't know if MD's went on. Listen, know what Twitter's like, but the comments have not went down well, and I can't see that being not looked at. Those comments from Van Bronckhorst has played in unbelievable Rangers teams under winners. No one would have ever dreamed of any captain that he played under at Ibrox going out and saying that on a post match. So I don't listen. I think we'll just call it a day. Thanks for people coming on. It's a fucking tough one, man. And do you know what? We face up to it. We've got Prague on Thursday, haven't we?
Yep.
Van Bronckhorst will be in the dugout, and let's just see what team it's going to be a massive shout about what team he picks come Thursday. I think that's going to be quite telling. But
we're allowed to bring the other Colombian boy. Is there something in his contract or something he's not allowed to come through to the first team right away or something? Because he was training with him not that long ago.
No, he's been on the bench. He's been on the bench once.
Oh,
he's been on the bench, aye. The striker.
Yep.
Yeah, Allegri.
JD, can I just throw in before we finish? I know William very strongly denied the fact maybe they're a team of bottle merchants, right? But see, if over the last 3 seasons, 3 seasons ago, you won the Old Firm game at Christmas, and you went into the next season expecting to be winning the league and pushing on. With our arse fell out. Last season, you're playing in games, training ground games. No fans, You could have played the games at fucking Auchenhowie, right? Nobody on their backs, and they went and played, glided through a season. But when it came to the pressure games and the cups and that, their arses fell out. 3 in big 1.5 games, their arses fall out. Then again, this season, you're back playing in front of fans, and we're lucky. I seen the people sucking up Angie's arse yesterday, saying what a great job he's done. They've had their worst start to a season in however many years. And the fact we're only 4 points in front of them is because our arses are fell out, but just not quite as much as theirs when they're going through a transition and we're coming off the back of winning the league. When we won the league last year by 25 points. Our arses are fell out again. And have you got faith in this team that got the next run of fixtures in a heavy December and a January, that Postecoglou's team that look as if they're firing won't go on and overtake us in the league, because they're progressing and we're regressing badly?
Spot on, mate. Listen, we're going to end it there. Thanks for listening, troops. And I get, man, it's a tough one, but we'll face up to it, man, and we just need to look forward to Thursday. Hopefully, we can Van Bronckhorst and get the troops firing, and we can fucking, I don't know, we can change it up and do it. But 3-1 Hibs today, boys. It's League Cup teams over again, so we'll see you all soon. William, Kurt, Roscoe, thanks, mate. See you later on, troops. Cheers, folks, for comments as well.